Good morning, Mark here, the Expert Corner Group. I've been messaging with some people who are trying to buy used Wicked Edge sharpeners. And it brings up a lot of questions. So I was trying to I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to explain things. And let me try to put it in a historical way that also applies to today. When Wicked Edge made the first sharpener had positions, delineations where you locked it in and you sharpened the knife. You clamped it. It had a blue base like this, different color blue, but they all had this curved blue base. The first model had a standard vise with two screws in a vertical position. One side floats, the other side was bolted down. And the way it clamped the knife was extremely secure, but because of the physics of it, for full, flat, tapered knives, it would offset the blade just a little bit. Now that's where we started with. We would clamp the square bar, the adjusters at the delineations according to the bar, and we would use those delineations to associate a bevel angle. What happened was that the purist wanted the absolute angle. They didn't want a referenced angle off of the angle bar. They wanted a true angle off of a angle device, an angle measuring device. They wanted more precision than the original design had the capability for. It was set to work on precise points where you put your bracket into the delineations. Hence, Wicked Edge came out with the better model. That was the original one, was the 100. They came called whatever. It was a 100 with the standard vise. It had no adjustments. You just went 5 degrees, 10 degrees, 15 degrees, 20 degrees, and you looked at the height of it. You sharpened the knife. It brought your edge. It did everything perfectly, gave you a very sharp knife. But you weren't able to exactly dial it into the bevel that was on the knife when you bought it. You couldn't match it. You couldn't match a bevel. You could only apply at fixed angles. So Wicked Edge came out with micro adjusters. And the micro adjusters were essentially just unscrew the adjuster out of here and turn it around on the backside so you could put it anywhere you want and just slide it. And then instead of using the delineations which positioned where your brackets went, you had the whole free flow. And that's the first micro adjusters. We would just slide the full length and put a cube on there to measure how the angle, and we weren't set to delineation point, we were set to micro adjusters. Okay, I'm going to stop here. That's the basis of the two models of everything in every generation that I've ever experienced since about 2016. All the different models that I knew that came before me and that I used, and those have come after. There's two categories. There's the set and go off of the set, sharpen your knife based on the settings, or there's micro adjusters. Okay, and I'm going to move on to another video. Thanks.